he doesn't. And there's only one thing I don't like about the brother. He's younger than me, and I couldn't grow up to be like him.
Darryl and I actually met in high school, and when I first met him, I didn't like him. I saw him as cocky, and I didn't like that, but later I learned it wasn't cocky, he was just confident. Darryl's a confident man. He walks very proud, his shoulders are always back. He walks with a great stride, and I'm proud to be his wife. I would have to say the most thing I like best about him is we actually fight all the time. But we always make up though. But what I like best about him, in the morning, we usually talk every morning or some mornings, and we just crack up laughing about everybody. The family, friends, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It probably doesn't appear that I love him all the time because he actually does get on my nerves a lot. Probably because he's right. But Darryl, I love you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Darryl Murkison is my father's brother. My father was the late Kenny Wayne Ward. And Darryl and his family have been more than kind and opened up their hearts and their home to me. And I can attest to how Darryl is a pillar of the community, and his fidelity for his community and his family is shown through his actions. And he walks with a lot of presence. And I've learned a lot of life lessons from him. And I'm very grateful to have him as an elder, as an uncle, and as a father figure. So he is well and more deserving of this award. So thank you, Uncle Darryl.
I had to text this to myself. A big part of this family reunion, my uncle had his hands in. My uncle was a man of faith. He walked with me in the worst storms of my life. When I was a boy, I looked up to my Uncle Darryl. He always brought me to a nice house to sleep over. Take me to football games because he was a coach at Classical, offensive coordinator. He was a firefighter. Oftentimes in the city, I see my uncle riding through the city going to save lives on a fire ladder. My uncle was a Northeastern graduate. He's a father of two. He was married for how long, Auntie Nadine? 35 years. He's a historian. He taught me about fatherhood, marriage. He's a community leader, a mentor to the community. He's a Lynn Hall of Famer. He's a retired firefighter. He's a great golfer, sports analyst. He's all Lynn. He's all about Lynn. He loves Lynn. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a great brother. He's the best uncle I ever wished for. He's the life of the party. He's a sweet potato champion. Your turn, Mama.
Anytime anything is going on, we call Darryl. Darryl. So my sister-in-law, Nadine, because she's there with him. But if you know Daryl, he would do anything for you. He's there for everybody. He's my brother, and that was my son that was just up here talking, Joey, and my brothers helped me through a lot of storms, being a mother with young men as sons. A lot of things we don't know. My late brother Kenneth Ward taught me that I was a woman and I was to raise my sons as a woman, not as a woman, because I could only be one. And that was to be a woman for them and show them how a woman would be. I'm not a man. And my brothers, they stepped in and they showed them how to become young men. You know, it's not easy. And I am just so grateful for having my brothers, but especially my brother Daryl, not trying to take anything away from my other brothers, but my brother Daryl, he's a hell of a guy. As you can see, you know, anywhere we go, it's usually Daryl and I, right, Nadine? I got my sister-in-law's back, that's all. But anyways, right? I love my brother. And if anyone ever deserved this award, it would be him. And I'm not gonna sit up and cry like the rest of them.
I really was not expecting that. I think a lot of people might think that a lot of things are just done in advance, but and they probably are. But I gotta tell you, genuinely, I am totally surprised by something like this. And
You deserve it, Daryl.
it just shows me, you know, how important family is. And sometimes you go through life and you're doing things, and I'll just share something with you that I share with a lot of my friends, actually. And some of them in this room right now, so they'll probably remember when I say this, is that you might find yourself in a situation where a lot of people are dependent upon you, you know? And you try your best to do the right thing, you know, and be as helpful as you possibly can. Because you want to extend a helping hand to people, because you never know when you might need a hand yourself, you know. And I would share with them and say this: when someone thinks that, you know, that crown of responsibility becomes heavy on your head. And you don't know if we can meet all the expectations.
All right, cuz. All right, cuz.
But what I've learned over time, and in my 62 years, is this. You reflect back on the time when you were young and the lessons that you've learned. And I remember when you would always hear the elders say, and in church, hey, it's better to give than receive. It's better to give than receive. And when you're a young person, you don't fully understand that. But as I grew and matured, I began to understand that more and more. That is true. It's better to give than receive. And like I said, I share with my friends the reason why I believe that is because when you look at a situation, when anybody's asking you for something, they want something from you, they're calling you, and you feel this. They're not calling you because you don't have anything. They're calling you because you can help them and you're in a position to do so. So would you rather be a person that can help somebody and have something, or someone who's destitute and your phone will never ring? Because you can't help them. You don't have anything. But those things that you have are blessings to you, and God has put you in that position for a reason. All right, so I thank God every day for all the blessings He's given me, and I have the opportunity to share with my family and friends and anybody I can. And I'd much rather be in that position to have something that I can share with anybody that I can help than me have to knock on somebody else's door and beg them for something.
Amen.
And I want to be there when my friends, my family, and anybody in need says, Darryl, can you help me? Because one of the most helpless feelings that I've ever felt is when somebody asked me for something and I said, I can't help you. I can't help you. And it was not a good feeling. And so I thank God for all the blessings He's bestowed upon me. And I've had the opportunity to reach out and touch so many people that I really didn't even know. And I'm going to end with this. It goes back to your teaching, your upbringing. My mother always said, do right, right with Father. So like I said in the beginning, I'm not a perfect person, but I try to do the right thing. I'm doing the best I can. So I thank you, family. I appreciate each and every one. Thank you.